Move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's destined for the flank. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min with the cross. Cleared without hesitation. Neymar.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And the shot! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and the analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Nedved. Lovely bit of skill. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's a player who has defined a generation. And this is Nedved. He might be in here! He's been bundled over. That is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half.
Yeah, that's such a good position too.
Alvarez! But he's left disappointed.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Nedved. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that pass just didn't quite work. And claimed it back swiftly.
Has been indicated.
Thinks about the shot. Drills what shapes to shoot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Howson is there, and he can get that clear. Lahm tries to clear. And for the first half, that is that. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
And we come to you
Would
now
you
with
review
a
the
quick
first half?
request for
Well, I don't
support
think either
for our
side will
World
have too
Charity
much
Fund.
to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a... There's the shot! It's there!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Simplicity itself.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Tunisia with the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Fiore! And that is doing no harm at all.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Looking to play him in. Ibrahimovic is onto this. Lam goes direct. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, shooting chance! And he's stuck it away. And just like that, he hits 50. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Quite a game this, all square again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Some really good ball movement. Fiore, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Howson wins the duel this time. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Neymar, looking for a runner, and he's intervened well there.
Tunisia really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. And this is Ibrahimovic. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Long ball by the goalkeeper.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Alvarez.
Has been indicated.
And a header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
Howson gets it away. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing to... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively. But it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter. And it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the...
Ibrahimovic! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Alvarez making himself the star of this show. Hard to believe, really, that he's already made it up to 300 appearances.
Well, Peter, I can't attest to this personally, not having made it to that many appearances myself, but you only need to look around to see not just how much it means to him, but everyone that's here and beyond. This is a huge moment.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Alvarez looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Modric, Alvarez, driven in, bullish header! And he's done it! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Good ball, good take. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Pato. Hullet, and Hullet! Now that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Well, at least his thinking was very good, Peter. Probably thought he hit the target, judging by his reaction.
Arsenal are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the...
Takes a shot! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after...
Impressive jump! Oh, split-second reaction.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Toure getting this one clear. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Cross to the back post. Pato is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Can he get on the end of this? Ribery! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's had a shot! And that has fair fizzed. Now it's Pato.
There will be 3 minutes
Solar,
added time.
and he's managed to get free. Nedved. Oh, it's come loose. And the referee has blown for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, Jim, they've both had their
And
moments.
now, to all
Well, it's
members
been
of
an
the
exciting
crowd,
half,
I'd
Peter,
like to
with
ask you
each
to
side
join
having
me in
chances and
wishing
good
our
spells of
birthday
possession.
boy a
I'm
very
hoping that
special
both
birthday.
will keep this open approach.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Here's the whistle then to start the second half.
Manchester are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Ribéry has the space to scheme.
Alvarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Modric. And that's been won straight back. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Ibrahimovic is offering a wry smile there.
So, third corner of the game. Desai with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Pato. Nice bit of trickery. He's got away. Wan-Bissaka does really well to win the ball there. Pato unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That has not gone well. Ribéry, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Desai. Yaya Toure. And back to the keeper. Roberto Carlos. Vieira. And he cuts out the supply. Modric. Modric. Alvarez. Ribéry. Ibrahimovic! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution.
So their fourth corner of the game. He leaps for it. He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Aims beyond the defence. Roberto Carlos receives him in a wide position. And it's Nedved. Good read, needed to be. Can he get it through? Shapes to shoot!
Added time.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that's it. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides.